Season's greetings. Welcome to my last video message for 2022. It is the hope of Eureka Lakes Council that you have a Merry Christmas and a safe, healthy, and prosperous New Year. Let's all be fire safe and give our fantastic volunteer firefighters some time off. I do want to start this message by taking a moment to comment on the recent passing of Councillor Kathy Livingston, who represented the ward of Bastard and South Burgess since March of 2014. Kathy was a very effective elected representative and an awesome community volunteer and advocate. In my 8 years with Kathy on the Rideau Lakes Council, I know of no one that ever had an unkind word to say about Councillor Livingston. Our condolences go out to her family and her many friends. She will be greatly missed both in the Delta area and in the township as a whole. This past year has had its challenges. COVID remains a constant threat, particularly to our senior population. As a township, we have come through a municipal election and your council has started to work through its priority issues. Work at the staff level has started on the 2023 budget. With inflation running at over 6%, I expect it will be difficult to not pass on some form of tax increase. We do continue to see significant growth in our assessment base as many more people choose Rideau Lakes as a great place to build their home, buy their home, live and work. Our latest population numbers indicate a permanent population of about 11,000, with a seasonal population of an additional 9,000. Statistics Canada also tells us that our senior population is about 25% higher than the provincial or national average. As a result, we've had to make sure that our services reflect our population's priorities, such as healthcare, housing, and public services. At this time, it is critical that we open our hearts and wallets to the needs of others. Although we are a very affluent township, I'm regularly reminded of the pockets of poverty in Rideau Lakes. We are served by multiple food banks in Elgin, Delta, Portland, Westport, and Smith Falls that have become busier, particularly as food prices have risen faster than wages. I recently attended all of the township's Build a Mountain of food drives and have contributed to those worthy causes. It is my hope that all who hear this message will also keep all of our local charities in mind in this season. This past year, the township, with our excellent staff, have overseen a $20 million budget. About $12 million of this comes from taxes, $3 million from grants, and the balance from reserves, debt financing, and user fees. Our capital budget is about $5 million and was dominated by $1.5 million on roads, $1.3 million on land purchases around our Portland landfill, and $1.7 million on facilities and equipment. On the operating side, we added 3 new positions, bringing our full-time staffing complement to 45. At this point, all is well for 2022, and staff is projecting a small surplus at year end. In the past year, we commenced or completed a number of significant projects. Let me highlight just a few. Road resurfacing included Summers Road, Plum Hollow Road, Lower Beverly Lake Park Road, and a portion of Hartscrabble Road. Roads that received a single or double maintenance surface treatment included Town Line Road, Youngs Hill Road, the 9th Concession, Mahan Road, Frame Road, and Foresters Landing Drive. At various locations, we replaced culverts, added to the gravel road base, and conducted considerable roadside brushing. We opened a new library branch in South Elmsley and have started on a recreational area adjacent to the library community hall there. Soon, Council will receive the final plans and cost estimates for a new municipal hub to be built in Portland on the site of the former community hall. This project will include municipal offices, a library, and a community hall, and is expected to be out for tender early in 2023. As well, in 2022, a decision was made to replace Fire Station Number 2, which was lost to fire roughly a year ago. The new facility will be built at Otter Lake Road and Highway 15 and help coverage in the fastest growing ward in the township. Work has also progressed on the Delta Waterfront project, and the township has also recently purchased the former Delta Maple Syrup Factory, and in 2023, we will need to determine the future uses for that key building in that community. The 8th Concession boat launch boat launch was completed, and staff and council will need to plan strategically for the future changes to our other many boat launches. Work has continued in our hamlets on sidewalk replacement and maintenance. This year marks the third year of our partnership with WTC Communications for expanded broadband. Utilizing private sector investment, along with provincial and federal grants and our own township contribution, we have seen significant increased access to fiber and wireless service, to the point where we are being held up as leaders in rural Ontario in this particular field. Our lake health priority continued in 2022 with a new official plan approved and work being done on stormwater management and campground land use planning. Our mandatory septic inspection program continues, and just recently, Council increased the program in 2023 from 300 mandatory inspections to 400. I'm also pleased that in 2022, we completed an affordable housing strategic plan and have put its recommendations into the implementation stage. There are many more local initiatives that we took action on in 2022, and my recent inaugural address laid out some priorities for this new term of council. I also want to touch briefly on the county projects that have dominated their 2022 agenda. It is important to note that a total of 36% of our taxes that we collect go to county projects and operations. The two largest projects on the county agenda are the 4-laning of County Road 43 through Kemptville and the 192-bed new long-term care home being built in Athens. Progress on County Road 43 has been slow as we work through the purchase and/or expropriation of approximately 15 properties. A tender on the new bridge on this route is expected to go out in early 2023. The new long-term care home has been awarded to McDonald Brothers Construction and is currently underway. Total cost of this project is over $80 million. It is expected that large portions of both of these projects will need to be debt financed. Fortunately, the county has significant financial reserves and in 2022 is again projecting a small year-end surplus. But I have to say that I'm also anticipating a county tax rate increase in 2023. Given that this is the season of thinking about supporting those in need, I will briefly highlight some of the social services provided by the United Counties of Leeds and Grenville. Children's services, for example, are primarily funded by the province, yet they're delivered locally. The county has 22 staff in children's services spread across 7 different locations. There are a total of 2,039 licensed childcare spaces in Leeds and Grenville, and there remains a huge unserviced demand, in particular given the $10 per day maximum cost for those in licensed childcare under the new federal initiative. There are 2 licensed childcare centers in Rideau Lakes, namely one in Elgin and one in North Crosby near Westport, and we have one early on child and family center located in Elgin. The county also delivers Ontario Works, which was formerly known as welfare or social assistance. Ontario Works clients share in about $16 million of support, with 43 staff delivering that program at the county level. Benefits are not large, as a single person receives a total of only $733 per month, while a single client with 2 children would get $1,057. When we think about the rents that are out there today and the cost of food, these numbers are not high. There are slightly over 1,000 clients currently on Ontario Works. As well, there are approximately 100 individuals who are currently listed as homeless in Leeds and Grenville. The County Council is also in the housing business, owning 667 rent-geared to income housing units and supporting another 250 nonprofit and co-op housing properties. We have 2 nonprofit properties in Rideau Lakes, one in Portland and one in Elgin. There are also 70 commercial rent supplement units. This gives us a total of 987 housing units. Over and above this, the county managed 61 affordable housing units. Housing is a very large undertaking and with large waiting lists and many challenges. A new housing manager was recently hired to help work with local municipalities to try to increase housing supply. In the future, In a future video, I will try to cover off some other key county services such as paramedics and county roads and bridges. Sufficient to say, your local elected officials are kept very busy providing oversight at both the township and the county level. The next couple of months of work will be dominated by sorting out budgets at both of those levels for 2023. As always, I am open to your questions and suggestions. Be safe, enjoy your family and friends over the holidays, and consider the needs of those less fortunate among us. Thank you.